So you were born a mongoose, and the first thing you see, 30 relatives staring at you like they'd been waiting, because they were. You arrived blind, helpless, weighing less than 100 grams, no claws, no teeth, no idea what's coming. Your mother doesn't stay in one place. Every few days, she moves you to a new burrow. So predators can't track you. Why dig your own burrow when someone else already did the work? That's a perfectly good hole right there. The fact that someone is still inside it is their problem, not yours. Around 2 weeks in, your eyes open and the whole group is right there. Aunts, uncles, older siblings, everyone has a role. One adult stays behind every day while the rest go hunting. A different one each day. Voluntarily, nobody makes them. At 6 weeks old, you take your first steps outside. The savannah hits you all at once. Smell, heat, sound, scale. You are very small. The world is very large. While the group forages, one adult stands guard. Upright, vertical, completely still, scanning the sky, the horizon, the bushes, not eating, just watching like a tiny furry soldier who takes their job very seriously. Their alarm system has different calls for different threats. Aerial predator, everyone drops and hides. Ground predator, the group bunches together and faces it. Here's something almost no other animal does. They teach their young deliberately in stages. First, dead prey, then stunned prey, then alive but confined, then fully alive in open ground. Each stage only when you're ready for the next. Scorpions are not a problem. You're faster than the sting. You grab it before it can fire, or you knock it against the ground until the tail stops moving, or you just bite the tail off immediately. Depends on your mood. A mutation in your acetylcholine receptors means the neurotoxin simply can't bind. The cobra's venom is designed to shut down nervous systems. Yours is built differently at the molecular level. The venom lands and does nothing. When the group needs to decide where to move, nobody gives an order. Any adult can start walking in a direction. If enough others follow, the group goes that way. If not, that adult comes back. Decision by majority, no argument, no drama, silent democracy. When two groups meet, it's not a standoff, it's war. Both sides line up, both sides advance and sync. There's a specific war call you got. Rough, sharp, nothing like any other sound they make. Then contact, biting, scratching. The group that doesn't retreat wins. Mongooses don't just team up with their own kind either. They forage alongside hornbills regularly. The birds spot aerial threats first. The mongooses catch ground threats first. Together, full coverage. Nobody taught them this. It just emerged. There's one more thing nobody tells you about mongooses. Under the tail, scent glands. What comes out is individually identifiable. Scientists can tell which mongoose was at a location just from the smell. They use it to mark territory, to signal status, and sometimes as a weapon. Most people picture one type of mongoose. There are 34 from the dwarf mongoose, 18 centimeters, basically a furry sausage that takes itself very seriously, all the way up to the white-tailed mongoose at 60 centimeters. Same family. Completely different animals. One thing they all have in common, you do not want to underestimate any of them. Here's a fact that sounds completely made up. Humans decided to ship mongooses to islands around the world to control snake populations. Hawaii, Jamaica, Fiji, 17 Caribbean islands. The plan was simple. Mongooses eat snakes, problem solved. They ate the snakes, great. Then they ate the birds, then the eggs, then the native reptiles, then the species that existed nowhere else on Earth. The mongoose did not read the fine print. Today, one of the world's worst invasive species. The animal brought in to fix the problem became the problem. There is a lesson here about interfering with ecosystems you don't fully understand. The mongoose does not care about the lesson. It has a trophy now. The mongoose doesn't stumble into cobras. It goes looking for them on purpose. Item 1, find cobra, done. Item 2, fight cobra. You're already done. Item 3, eat cobra. You're already done. Item 4, you're a repeat. You're not yet checked. But give it a minute. The immunity story has a plot twist. It's not complete. The venom still works, just slowly. And in that gap between bitten and dead, the mongoose moves. By the time the venom kicks in, the cobra is already gone. Scientists found something they didn't expect. Individual personalities. Some were bold. They took more risks. Found food faster. They also died younger. Some were cautious, slower, more careful. They lived longer. And then there was a third type. Researchers described them as difficult. One individual was documented starting conflicts with the same group member repeatedly. For no clear reason. Another one picked a fight with a rock. The rock didn't respond. The mongoose kept going. Nobody knows why. So let's go back to the beginning. You were born blind. Less than 100 grams. No claws, no teeth. And look what you became. You have a chemical signature under your tail that scientists use to identify you by name. You live in a society that makes decisions without a leader. You wage wars with coordinated battle lines. You form alliances with other species that nobody taught you to form. You teach your children in stages on the same way humans teach theirs. You have a personality, a real one, consistent for life. And you were such an effective predator that when humans moved you to 17 islands to solve one problem, you created 17 new ones. Most people, if you ask them right now, couldn't describe what you look like. That's fine. You don't need them to know. You just need them to not underestimate you. Too late for that anyway.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks again. Bye.